I will begin my no vote explanation by stating that I am an organ donor, and I will also state that organ donation is a very good thing and it clearly saves lives. As a state, we have a very well-established and functional process for becoming an organ donor. Could this process be improved? I agree it probably could, because generally speaking, it is impossible to find a perfectly run government program. But this legislation folding the Department of Treasury into the process is not the way to improve the program. I look at this proposal through a different lens than most, because I was an employee at the Department of Treasury before joining the legislature. That gives me a unique perspective. I understand this legislation may have good intentions, but the process it suggests is ridiculous. It reminds me of recently watching my young children play with sticks in the backyard. I was amazed at the number of different ways these sticks could transform through their imagination. These sticks became predictable swords and walking canes, to the more original magic wands and musical instruments, all of which was amusing to watch. But it is altogether less amusing to watch adults act in the same manner. Thank you, Mr. President. But it is altogether less amusing to watch adults act in the same manner, but using Michigan state departments in place of sticks. State departments have clearly defined roles for a reason. Departments separate functions based on what is logical and efficient. You can't simply imagine a state department into something it is not. The reason why we have organ donation run through the Secretary of State's office is because there is a logical connection. If one is in a tragic and sudden life-ending accident, it is likely they will have their state ID or driver's license in their possession. It makes perfect sense, therefore, to display a person's organ donor status on their driver's license and to have the Department of State control the donor registry. You can sign up for it when you get or renew a driver's license, then you can carry that identification right with you. Looping in another state department into this process does not make sense. If we're going to venture into new territory, why limit ourselves to Treasury? What could be next? Include a mandate that the Department of Resources present organ donation sign-up as an option when reserving a state campsite. Require a state trooper ask if you want to join the registry at all traffic stops. Need an environmental permit from Eagle? Sign up as an organ donor. If the goal here is to increase the number of organ donors and make it easier for them to register, I support that goal, but there's a better way to do it. Work within the system that has already been created. Do more to market the easy ways to sign up that are already available, such as the Anytime online registry, or the already available means at the Secretary of State offices. Another possible option to expand sign-up opportunities would be when people renew their vehicle registrations, which happens every year through the Secretary of State. Administering organ donation is outside of the function of the Department of Treasury. Let's keep this valuable program where it belongs. This bill proposal does a terrific job illustrating how Democrats have an insatiable appetite to grow government regardless of there being a justifiable need. I am more than willing to support proposals that will improve our current organ donor registry, but I'll only do so if Democrats come up with an alternative proposal that doesn't needlessly grow the size of government or cast new responsibilities on our state departments which are outside of their established purpose. Thank you, Mr. President.